My name is George Favis. I'm the co-founder of SmartHippo. And SmartHippo is a site that lets you leverage the power of a community to save money and make better financial decisions when you're shopping for financial products and financial services. Prime example of why you would need it, and actually our first vertical is in the mortgage space. Can I get a quick show of hands? How many people here have taken out a mortgage? Okay. Pretty much everyone. So leave your hands up for a second. And how many of you are absolutely certain that you got the best deal? And if you're a banker, put your hand up. Pretend you're not playing, because I know there's some of you in the audience. So the whole idea behind SmartHippo, I mean, one of the problems we have right now in the lending industry is a lack of information and a lack of consumer empowerment and consumers driving the mortgage process. What you have on the one hand is you have brokers or bank managers, loan officers who a consumer walks into to meet with. You get quoted a certain rate, you know you can negotiate, but you just don't really know how much. And even if you walk out with a better deal, you still don't know how good a deal you got. So the whole idea behind SmartHippo, and I'll walk you through the site, is to really leverage the power of communities and to let people compare and share this data amongst themselves. If you look at the site, one of the key things is a compare rates or rate search. So I can select, if I want to go through and look for, let's say, refinance loan in California, excellent credit, these loan types. I'm going to hit search. I'm going to get some results. And what we're doing that's very different at SmartHippo is we're not feeding sponsored results. We're not showing you ads from banks who are strictly paying to be in the system. So it's a completely different approach to comparing financial products. If you contrast it with what some of the other online mortgage shopping portals do, which is basically sell your personal data to the highest bidder, make you think that you've got 4 or 5 competing offers, but they're not necessarily the ones that are the best offers for you. So with SmartHippo, what we've done is we've built a rate database. And we have banks that feed us rates. So Quicken Loans, for example, feeds us their rates on a daily basis. But then consumers can post their rates as well. So Joe can say, I walked into Countrywide or Bank of America, and for this set of criteria, these are the rates that I received. And that all gets treated in the same way. It's an open database, so the data is accessible to anyone who wants to use it. And I can now go in and sort through my different financing options, and I can sort it by rate. I can sort it by lender rating, so we have a community feedback mechanism. I can sort it by price. I can play around if I want to narrow some of my search options down. I don't want to go for more than a 10-year term, so let me play around with that a little bit. I can extend it. I can't afford more than $1,000 a month. So that's going to affect my results as well. And all of this data is provided, like I said, either by banks or by consumers. We treat it all the same way. And the other thing we're doing is when a consumer does a search is we're actually showing you rate data that's matching your specific financial profile. So we're not just showing you the teaser rates. We're showing you as a consumer rates that other consumers who have a similar risk profile to you have received in the recent past. So that's a consumer rate search. One of the things we let people do is rate a bank. And you can do this whether the bank is participating in SmartHippo or not. Anyone can go in and just rate their experience, overall experience, and then drill down into these sub-ratings. And so what that lets you do is it creates an environment where the good rates and the banks with a positive user experience naturally float to the top of your search results. Now, on the banking side, one of the interesting things is a lot of banks have been telling us, hey, we're upfront, we don't mind being out there and talking to consumers and having all our data, out in the public. Some of these people at a local level, a loan officer would love to be able to post their local rates if they have something, very specific that they want to offer. Loan officers have told us, we would like to blog. I would love to have a blog where I can just talk and have a conversation with consumers. But this was something that'll take 18 months to get through legal and PR if I want to do it on my bank site. So one of the things we have on SmartHippo is Free blogging, so any bank, loan officer, or broker can blog for free on the site. And then also we have an interface where a bank can feed us rates, so they can post manually, or feed us a rate sheet. So this is Quicken Loans' rate sheet for this morning. And it also lets you manage and monitor the conversations and the user activity that are happening around your brand on the SmartHippo platform. So in this case, I can see someone who's posted a rate, a regular consumer who's posted a rate for Quicken Loans. And as a loan officer at Quicken Loans, I can get alerted to that fact. And I can go in and talk to that consumer, or I can have a conversation. I can maybe reply if I think the information is not accurate. So what we're really trying to do is bring transparency, accountability, and really bring the mortgage process as our first vertical to a state where it's really fundamentally consumer-driven, where consumers have real choices and real options for finding things that they're looking for.